Kenya, shangwe ya Kenya, shangwe ya Kenya. Cheza, 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 cheza. Twende. Wapi vigelegele, wapi vigelegele. Twende. 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 Twendeka. Wapi vigelegele. Twende. 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 Katika, 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 katika. Oh, shangilia, Yesu anaweza. Oh, shangilia, Yesu anaweza. Shangilia, Yesu atupenda kweli. Yesu atupenda. Yesu atupenda. Yesu atupenda. Shangilia, Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Shangilia, Yesu anaweza kweli. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Cheza, 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 cheza. Wapi shangwe kwa Kenya? Wapi shangwe? Oh, shangilia, Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Shangilia, Yesu anaweza kweli. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Yesu anaweza. Wapi shangwe na vigelegele kwa Kenya? Thank you, thank you.
Wa Kenya tujiunge pamoja tujenge Kenya yetu. Harambe, harambe, tujenge taifa. Harambe, harambe, tujenge nchi yetu. Harambe, harambe, tujiunge pamoja tulinde Kenya yetu. Tuzidi kuenda mbele. Harambe, harambe, tujenge taifa. Kenya yetu nchi nzuri, nchi yako, nchi yangu, twaipenda daima. Kenya yetu nchi nzuri, nchi yako, nchi yangu, twaipenda daima.
All right, welcome to the Bomas of Kenya. This is the National Tallying Center in Nairobi. This is where the whole action will be taking place. As you can see on your live pictures that are coming to you live from the Bomas of Kenya, I believe the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, one of the four candidates who are vying for this year presidential election. The other will be Raila Odinga of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Of course, we have George Luchiri Wajakoya of the Roots Party. And of course, we had Wahiga Mwaure, who decided to give up before the final tally. Wahiga Mwaure of the Agano Party. Right now, we are seeing the vehicles, believing to be those of the Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto, who is arriving here at the Bomas of Kenya in readiness of the final word from the IEBC. Remember, earlier today, the IEBC chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, said that he will be announcing the winner of this year's election. That is, Wafula Chebukati said he will be announcing the final, who will be the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya here at the Bomas of Kenya. It's quite this is an entourage of the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, absolutely, that are entering here. Very many vehicles here. Security here has been beefed up since early this morning. It's different from what we experienced yesterday inside and outside of this place. Absolutely, that must be the DP, because I've seen the hustler vehicle, the famous hustler vehicle. They are inside here at the Bomas of Kenya, waiting to be ushered in, of course, at the Tallying Center. What was the former Tallying Center right now? This is where Wafula Chebukati will be handing over this certificate to the winner of this year's election, the 2022 general elections that were conducted last week on Tuesday, the 9th. And for the last 6 days, it's been a race to make sure that we have the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya. We are yet to know the whereabouts of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition flag bearer, that is Raila Odinga. We are yet to know if he is coming here. They were all invited. Earlier on, we saw Luchiri Wajakoya, professor, the party leader of Roots Party. He was inside here. He is still inside here, one of the four candidates. Of course, this is Deputy President William Ruto, his entourage. I have seen enough of members of parliament, those who've been elected this time, those who retained their seats, and of course some of them lost their seats in the just concluded general election, the 2022 general election. And as you can see inside, everything is quiet. The choirs have stopped singing. Our national flags are at the dais where the leaders are supposed to be. They'll be seated at the dais where the winner of this year's general election will be handed the certificate. The certificate will emanate from Form 34D. Remember, as we've been telling you, the last couple of days, we've been here, myself, Frederick, with Leila Mohammed, and we've been trying to keep tabs with what has been happening here at the Tallying Center. And of course, earlier today, the Form 34A and Bs, that exercise came to a conclusion, which ushered in Wafula Chebukati to write and give the party agents, the chief agents of different parties, the Form 34C that contains the 290 constituencies and of course the one vote from the diaspora. There were 12 countries that were voting in this year's general election. Some of them will be Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, of course UK, USA, Qatari, some of the countries that were voting in this year's general elections. Not so many votes. Less than 20,000 votes came in. Form 34A has been uploaded, and like Wafula Chebukati, the chairperson of IBC, has been saying over and over again that is the final tally. It's a supreme document that bears who wins this year's general election. It was uploaded, of course, on IBC website. Remember, the reason why it was uploaded is because the Supreme Court in 2017 asked the IEBC to make sure the election is free, fair, verifiable, open, and they had to go through a tedious process that took 6 days when they started tallying and verifying the results from the more than 46,000 polling stations here in Kenya across the country. And so that is what we've been waiting for. The exercise has been tedious. Some of the IBC's returning officers have spent more than 4 days just waiting to be processed. The process was starting from one table to the other. The first process was just authenticating the Form 34A with the chief agents, IBC officials, and of course the returning officers, an exercise that was taking between 3 and 4 hours to just process one returning officer. And after that process is completed, the returning officer, the 290 returning officers were going to the national returning officer, that it is Wafula Chebukati. And what was happening there, again, he would verify that what has been verified by the ROs, the chief agents, is still the very same thing that was uploaded on their website, that is the Form 34As. And so it's been a long and tedious exercise here at the tallying center. Many of these agents have not slept. They've spent days, hours. Yesterday I saw some of the agents who we were with during the day, and late in the night at around 4 a.m. they were still here. Some of them never left. They're still here because the exercise had to be free and fair and open and verifiable, something that was concluded by the Supreme Court in 2017, a petition that was taken to court by the NASA team. Eventually it would overturn the win that was given the Jubilee government by the Chief Justice David Maraga and his team, the Supreme Court judges. And so Wafula Chebukati and his team had to take all the cautionary measures to make sure that the election in this year had to be free and verifiable. It was a tedious process that even some of the ROs were seen to be giving up, and after many hours of waiting, they were processed. And early this morning, of course, we were given the Form 34As, the Form 34Bs and Cs were processed, and what now we are waiting